All right. Hey, guys. Welcome back to Building Legacy Podcast. My name is Devin Muniz. I am the founder and CEO of Building Legacy, where we build businesses and people so that they can get out and make their last names mean something. So today I want to talk about what hard actually means and why just I feel like it's so important. I think everybody has a complete different definition of what hard is. Like, as they should. Nobody has walked in your shoes. Nobody's lived your life. There's people that look at rich kids and think there's no way they know what hard is. There's people that look at kids that grew up in the hood that had horrible parents that are like, okay, they had it hard. What are you complaining about? But I don't think that that's the case. Like, hard looks different to everybody. The thing that I think is important is that everybody leans into their hard. So many people spend their life avoiding the hard at all costs. So you hear people constantly talk about, like, just double down on your strengths. Don't worry about your weaknesses. Work smarter, not harder. All of those things like have their own merit in themselves. But if you don't go through hard things, at least from my perspective, I have no idea how you will ever grow as a person, because I have only found growth and only seen growth through uncomfortable situations and putting myself in hard times. So one of my favorite quotes that I've probably ever heard my whole life is that lazy people do a little bit of work and wonder why they're not winning, and winners do a lot of work and are still scared that they're being lazy. That is the true definition of putting yourself in hard and understanding like the purpose of hard. Because when you fully grasp what hard does for you, you seek it. Like, you are scared that you're not finding hard, that you're not putting yourself in difficult situations, that you're not going hard enough, that you're too comfortable, compared to when you don't understand the actual asset that hard things is. You do a little bit of it and you're like, well, I'm not winning yet. And that's not what it's there for. It is the fire that you have to put the metal in over and over and pull it out and strike it and put it back in and pull it out and strike it nonstop. And from what I know as a 33-year-old guy that knows nothing, basically, is that journey never stops. It should be the same as the way that you seek God. On your deathbed, you should be spending those last moments just trying to get a little bit closer to God. And I view doing hard things and putting yourself in hard situations in the same way. It's something that you should never stop doing, because you're either growing or you're dying. There is no in between. Maintaining to me is dying. So when I see people that are actively avoiding the hard, or people that are questioning me, like, why do you want to continue to do that? Why would you want to put your body through that, or put your mind through that, or continue to wake up at 4 a.m.? Why do you want to do those things? It's because I know if I'm not, then I'm dying, because I'm not growing. I am completely aware that my perspective on this in 10 years could turn out to be completely wrong, and that everything that I'm learning from and that I'm doing right now could get flipped on its head, and it'd be like, no, you can actually get all that without doing that. But that is not the experience that I've had, and that is not the experience that the people that I am taking lessons from, that I'm seeing put these things into practice, that's not the experience that they're having. So I can only tell you from my point of view. So I want to dive into a little bit of what that has looked like for me, and just to give an idea of why I talk about this stuff, why Building Legacy is doing the things that we're doing, because I think one of the most powerful tools that I have is that I don't look like what I've actually been through. I don't look like somebody that has been to prison. I don't look like somebody that was 300 pounds. I don't look like somebody that was a cheater. I don't look like somebody that didn't have two pennies to rub together at one point in their life. But I was all of those things. I still have pieces of me that are not those, because I've ripped those out of me, but have pieces that I'm still trying to change that are similar to that. but it's very powerful to me to not look like what you've been through, because to be able to look like a sheep but be the lion is one of the most powerful things that you can ever have. We've had some situations in our business where I could have blown up, I could have screamed at somebody, I could have flipped out on somebody and tried to prove my point, but instead I've handled it calm, not got hostile, all those things. And some of the people here would be like, dude, I can't, how did you handle that like that? And I think it was Joe Rogan that I heard this quote from first, but I know it's not from Joe Rogan. But it is better to be a warrior in a garden than to be a gardener in a war. And that is the crux of how you should live your life, in my opinion. Put yourself through hard times. Have all of the traits that a warrior would have. Be able to rip somebody's fucking face off if you have to, but choose not to do it. And if you're capable of doing hard things and you're capable of putting yourself in the fire and you choose to go down these other paths and not scream at the employee, not yell at your wife, whatever it is, you learn how to control everything around you. And then it opens up into all the other aspects of your life and your business and your finances and your relationships. You realize that you have complete control. Like when I say complete, it is complete control over everything in your life. That understanding has made it insanely difficult for me to maintain relationships because now I have a very hard time listening to excuses because I can't even give myself the excuses. I can't let myself say, man, I really wish I had a six pack. Because it's like, no, the fuck you don't, or you would have the six pack. Man, I really wish I had the yacht. Well, then go get the fucking yacht. There's nothing stopping you besides you. It is you against you, and that's it. So it's made it difficult for me to be able to have friends that aren't on this same trajectory, that want to sit around and bitch about their 9 to 5 or bitch about how annoying their wife is or whatever. It's like, then go fix it. You know why your wife is upset. You just choose not to fix it. I'm a victim of this. I have days where I'm telling, like, I don't know what you're so upset about. I know what she's upset about. I just don't want to do what it takes to fix it because it's difficult. It's difficult to come home from work and have a want to help cook dinner, want to do the dishes, grab the baby, put her in the bath, give her the whole night off. It's difficult to do those things, but I know what it takes. I'm just not disciplined enough to do it. And the discipline in itself it's everything. We did this whole documentary about the 100-miler. The point that we got to was 69 miles. 69 miles is motivation. This is how I view that race. Motivation got me to 69 miles. Discipline would have gotten me from 70 to 100. And what I mean by that is there's, I think it was maybe 6-month training period leading up to that race. There is countless, hundreds of times that I knew, probably don't eat the ice cream this time. Yeah, probably go on the extra run right now because you have nothing else going on. Your legs feel good. You should probably just go out and train. I chose not to do those things because I wasn't feeling motivated at the time. If I was disciplined, I would have done the things and I wouldn't have needed to continue to be motivated at mile 69. The discipline would have just kicked in to be like, hey, this is what we do. I don't need to be motivated. I don't need my legs to feel good. I don't need to be happy. I can be tired. I can be all those things because I've built up that discipline like a muscle. And all aspects of your life, you're capable of building those types of disciplines. Like there's nobody that has somebody come around and shove food in your mouth. You choose everything that you eat, you choose. And you make all these micro choices throughout your day, throughout your week, and then you wake up and you're like, well, how the hell did this happen? It's like, dude, because you made all these choices this entire time. And on the days that you're motivated, it's like, no, I'm eating clean today. But you don't have the discipline to eat clean 7 days a week. And that's where I'm at. Like, I have the motivation to eat clean throughout the week for the most part. But then Friday's night, Saturday night, when the family wants to go out to eat, it's like, all right, well, motivation's not there. I don't have a race in front of me. I don't have a weight goal ahead of me. So I'm relying on that motivation. And when it's not there, I'm like, it's all right. I can eat like crap. But if I had the discipline, that wouldn't happen. And the same goes with your finances. The same goes with everything. And when you learn how to just be the parent that tells the kid to brush their teeth over and over until the kid just brushes their teeth on their own, when you learn how to be that for yourself, or you put yourself around people that do that for you, it will change your entire life, and you won't have to rely on motivation anymore. You will have the discipline to just set a task, do the things, and get done what needs to get done. I have done this in like small subsets of my life. So I'm speaking on it as an absolute because I know that it works. It's just not easy to get that and apply it to every single aspect of your life because that's extremely hard. But everything in life that's worth anything is hard. That's what makes it worth something. If it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth anything. So if you think about a female, how most men think about females, if the female is easy and anybody can get her, then you don't feel like you've accomplished anything, or you don't feel like you are holding something worth value when you're the one that wins her over, because anybody could get it. It doesn't feel valuable. If every single person could afford a Rolls Royce, there would be no status behind the Rolls Royce. There would be no accomplishment by being able to buy a Rolls Royce if everybody could just afford one. So if you actually want, not say that you want, if you actually want the shit that other people don't have, then you have to build the tools and the discipline and the traits that other people aren't willing to build for themselves to get those things. This is something that not only am I like trying to force on myself, but I'm trying to use to affect the people around me. I'm trying to instill it in my son very, very young, because he has the I guess the curse of having me as his dad and the blessing of having me as his dad. Because when you realize that you're in control of every aspect of your life, truly, it's like taking a blindfold off that you can't ever unsee that is the case. So I know that if he understands it at a very young age, he will live his life in that way, because he won't be able to unsee that he has control over his life. And I wish that I knew that younger in my life. So I forced that on him to understand that you're in control of whether or not you win this game. You're in control of your emotions right now. You're in control of what you eat. You're in control of whatever it is. And putting that into your family, your friends, your coworkers, your employees, all that stuff, it's not easy, because most people don't want to hear those things. Most people want to live ignorance is bliss. They want to just go about their lives, and it's so much easier to just be like, well, dude, yeah, it must be nice. I wish I had time to go to the gym. Wish I could go work out twice a day. Wish I could do this. Wish I could own my own business. It's like, no, you fucking can. You're just unwilling to do the stuff to get the thing that you say you want. If more people realized that every single thing about their life was in their control, it would not only create a lot better lives, I think, for other people, but it would eliminate all of this shit that we put on our government, our mayors, our politicians, all these people. because it wouldn't fucking matter. Like, I don't give a shit who the president is. I'm going to do what the hell I need to do to accomplish my goals. It doesn't make me a difference. Put Oprah in there, put fucking Shrek in there. I'm going to live my life the same way. But is it a lot easier to be like, well, my business was doing good, but then they gave me this Republican, so now yeah, it's way easier, because it's hard to be like, damn, they increased my taxes by 10%. Looks like I got to fucking wake up a little bit earlier. But that's the case. You want to make the same money, wake up earlier. Simple. Problem, solution. There you go. There's not a lot of people that want to have a voice in their life telling them those types of things. My mom just had a health scare. She's 53 years old. No, sorry. I don't want to accidentally age her. She's 52 years old. She had a stroke. She, in the hospital, said to the nurse, yeah, it just came out of nowhere. I have the blindfold off at this point in my life. And I'm not saying this out of arrogance. I'm saying this out of like, I cannot unknow and unsee what I know and I see now. Even in that moment, I could not let my mom live that lie. It didn't come out of nowhere. It came from 50 fucking years of bad decisions, of eating like shit, not exercising, smoking, drinking, staying stressed, not having ways to purge your stress. So it didn't come out of nowhere. It had an exact cause and effect. And I know I don't say that to beat my mom down or kick her while she's down, but the things that got her there are that victim mentality. Oh, damn, that came out of nowhere. No, you were in control the whole time, Mom, for the last 52 years, and you chose to do all those things, and now it's just now catching up. After she got out of the hospital, we had multiple talks in the hospital based around those things. And after she got out of the hospital, I was sitting at my son's soccer practice, and we're talking on the phone while he's practicing, and she says it threw off her balance from the stroke. And she tells me, man, I'm really freaking sick and tired of dealing with the aftermath of this, basically, with all the side effects that I'm getting. Now, mind you, my mom has been a smoker since she was early teens, has drank pretty consistently on her weekends for as long as I can remember. She did a phenomenal job out of the hospital. When the scare first happened, she's eating good in the hospital. She's not smoking at all, cold turkey. She's not drinking. We get like 3-4 weeks in. She's still doing good. She's doing nothing. Well, now enough time's passed. Things are getting a little bit better. She's back at the bar. She owns a bar, so it's not, she's just not going out for fun. She owns a bar, so she's at the bar. She's drinking. She's smoking cigarettes. And so when she says, I'm really tired of these side effects, I had to laugh at her, and I said, no, you're not. And she was like, what do you mean I'm not? And I said, you're not tired of them, because you're doing the same shit. You're doing the same things that put you in that position in the first place. And she said, well, I'm not just going to live my life and eat rabbit food. She calls healthy food rabbit food. I'm not going to eat rabbit food. I'm not going to never drink again or smoke again and do any of the stuff that I enjoy. And I said, well, that's fine. I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm not saying that you're wrong. If you want to drink and smoke every day nonstop and then just ride that to the grave, do it. You have the right to do that. Like, you deserve to live whatever life you want. But don't lie. Don't say you're tired of the side effects. You're not. You're only tired enough to stop for 3 weeks. Stop for 4 weeks. You're only tired enough to quit, or to maybe eat a little bit healthier, but not quit drinking and not quit smoking. And when you allow the people around you to tell that lie to themselves, you start to believe that shit. You start to live that way. When you're around somebody that's like, we're both 300 fucking pounds and we're sitting around and we're eating fucking pizza every day and we're chugging 2 liters watching the game and we're doing nothing with our lives. And we're looking at each other like, dude, must be nice. This dude over here with the smoking hot wife, or, oh, that must be nice. This guy's got money, or whatever the hell it is. You soak that shit up and that becomes your life, your personality, how you view the world. So I know that now. Don't know if it's right or wrong, but I know that it's right for me and for my life. And I can't unsee it. So even my mom, fresh off of a stroke, I can't let her tell that lie, because I know that it just reinforces it to her. It doesn't give her what she needs to actually change the behavior. And then on top of that, the shit bleeds over to me. Then I start being like, man, yeah, it would be nice to have a six pack. Like, damn, it would be nice to not have these damn love handles. No, it's not. It would be nice. If I fucking want it, then I'd just do it. I need to tell myself, hey, you don't want it. You don't want a six pack bad enough to not eat like shit 2 days a week. You don't. And if you do, then be honest with yourself and just stop doing that. It's that simple. That all of these things that I'm talking about right now are very, very simple to say, extremely hard in practice. But as you do them, they all become easier. I started smoking when I was 16 years old. I smoked cigarettes pretty much nonstop until I was 31, I believe, 30 or 31. And I cut down to a vape. I did the vaping thing for, I think, like 2 years, maybe close to 3 years. The vaping was like a better alternative for me, but it was still a crutch, and I still I felt like I had it under control. It was better than smoking. I could quit vaping if I wanted to, but then I tried to quit vaping, and I wasn't able to quit vaping. I sat it down, picked it up, would quit for a day, pick it back up. I just now, May 1st, put it down, and put it down for good. And I only know that it's for good because I've worked that muscle enough to know that when I actually decide, then it's done. I don't have to go back and forth anymore. My decision making and the discipline part of me has built up enough now over time to where it's a lot easier. When I tried to quit vaping 2 years ago and I didn't have almost any discipline in my life, I just had very small amounts when it came to business, but not really in my fitness or not really in my relationships and stuff like that. It was really hard because this is a muscle that you're talking about with decision making and discipline. It is a muscle that you have to work and work and work, and then it becomes way easier. So when I stopped the vape this time, I come in day one, everybody's like, oh, how are you feeling? Like, I'm good. A week later, nobody's asking. I don't even bring it up because it's easy now. It's just about making the choice and the discipline. I don't rely on being motivated to not quit or, oh God, I hope nobody's vaping around me because I'm going to want to do it. No, it's just I'm done now. And with my mom, I don't know if she will get to a point in her life to where she wants to change, but I think that it would be a complete disservice to her, to her grandkids, to my sister, to my brother, to all the people around her, including her, for me to just be like, it's fine. Yeah, that came out of nowhere. You're right. You should still be able to drink, and not just drink, and bitch about your stroke symptoms. Because I know that she's capable of doing it. Is it going to suck really bad for somebody that smoked for 40 years to stop smoking completely and that's drank pretty consistently for 20 plus years? Yeah, it's going to be horrible. It's going to suck bad. But I know that it will get easier. I know that if she started with just cigarettes and she worked that muscle, she could bleed that over into walking for 40 minutes a day, and it would bleed over into eating a little bit healthier and eventually cut out the drinking. So I say all that to say, if you want to be somebody that talks about things that you want then either put yourself around people that are okay with you either getting it or not getting it, and are going to let you tell the excuses and let you bullshit about why you don't have it. And in that environment, your chances of actually getting the thing are probably less than 10%. Or you can put yourself around people that are serious about what they want and are going to smack a fucking burrito out of your hand when you say that you want to lose weight, and you're dipping your burrito in your ranch dressing and smashing 3 of them at a time. Those are the type of people that I want to put around myself. Those are the type of people that when you see winners, when you see the people that are chasing their dreams and getting the outcomes that they want, they don't have people around them that are just sitting on the couch eating the pizza with them being like, yeah, it's cool, dude. They have people that are like, get the fuck up. You're not motivated today? That's fine. Don't care. We're going to the gym. Hey, business is tough today? Oh, that's fine. We could pack it up, dude. We gave it a good shot, man. This is just too hard. Or it could be like, no, you said you wanted this. Get the fuck up. Do your accounting stuff. Do whatever it is that you have to do and continue to move forward. Because in my mind, this is dead. I have dropped lifelong friends. I have stopped talking to family members. I went through a stint with my own mom while I was trying to develop this part of my personality where we didn't speak very much. And I talked to my mom every day. We were barely speaking. And I had to tell her, she's like, do you really think that you need to change your entire personality? And I said, well, yeah. She's like, why would you ever need to change who you are? And I said, well, let's just break down who I am right now, the person that you're talking about, and where it's gotten me. It's gotten me to 300 pounds, in prison, broke, no chance of finding a wife. And if I did, it wasn't going to be a wife worth a damn. Not being the best father that I could possibly be. No goals, no aspirations, no future. But was I the best fucking person to party with and hang out with? Hell yeah. Like, was I the person willing to stay up till 7 o'clock in the morning doing shots with you and whatever? Yeah, hell yeah, I was. Was I the funny guy that was making everybody laugh the whole time? Yep. So in everybody else's eyes, was I increasing the value of their life? Yeah. But I wasn't doing shit. So it's like, why would I not just scrap that whole person? Take that whole person, throw them away, and start all over. So that side of me, of the sit on the couch, it doesn't matter, things are hard, we can give up, that part is dead. It's more than dead. Like, it doesn't even exist as a possibility. So it's not even a memory that I can tap into because I don't even know how that person operates. Is this person fully built? Not even close. Like, I'm in the timeline of me getting the outcome that I want as a person, I feel like I am 5 to 10% in. But I now understand that all that I have to do to get to whatever outcome it is that I'm looking for is continue to show up day in and day out, put myself in as many hard situations that I possibly can, and continue over time. That's it. It's not a difficult equation. It's do hard things for an extended period of time and you will get good outcomes. If you suck at making content, just make content for a long ass time and you will get better. If you suck at running, go out and run every single day and I guarantee you get better at running. Well, it takes some people a week and they're running a marathon and some people 5 years and they're running a marathon. Yeah. But you're going to get better. And when you remove time from the equation, it doesn't matter. What you're doing is just what you're doing in the moment, and the outcome will come. And there's another quote that I heard that was, if you don't want to have to worry about money, then stop worrying about time. Because when you're focused on the time frame of like, damn, it's been 6 months and I haven't got the outcome, the whole lazy people doing a little bit of work and thinking that they should already be winning. When you remove the time from it, you just know that the money will come. Because how will it not? If you're worried about, can I make $100,000 in the next 3 months by doing a bunch of hard shit? That's probably not going to happen. Can you make $100,000 doing a whole bunch of hard shit? Absolutely. Zero doubt. Could it take you a year? Maybe. Could it take you 5? Maybe. Could you get it done in a fucking month? Maybe. But the time doesn't matter. And if you want to stop worrying about money, then you have to stop worrying about time. So I say all that to say, building legacy is not here to preach to people. It is not here to say, this is what you must do. It is not here to say, this is right, this is wrong. The way you're living is right, the way that you're living is wrong, the way that we're living is right. But it's to tell it from our perspective. It is to show you, this is where we're learning these things from. These are the inputs that we're taking in. Here's the outputs. Take with it what you will. Could we be completely fucking wrong in all of this? Absolutely. But I know one thing. It is really, really hard for absolutely anybody to argue with results. At the end of the day, when you look at a scoreboard, it's really hard to argue with that scoreboard. And that's our goal. Don't talk about what we're doing. Just prove it in the results. So I will leave it at that. And I just want you guys to know that hard is hard for a reason. Things are valuable only when they come at the tail end of something that is hard. So get out there and make your last name mean something.